All right, guys. Hello again. What's going on? Had a good start to our week here in Canada. It was Thanksgiving yesterday. Today is Tuesday. As you noticed, I decided to upload a video yesterday. I just felt like I wanted to start to get back into this, like I've been saying. So that's why I did that. Happy that happened. So, anyways, what did we do today? So, the market's been selling off, as we can see here. We've had some. Oh, I'm already on the SPY right now. We've had a little sell off here, back towards the all-time highs back in January. We put in a big month and then we dropped off hard. We finally reclaimed it, and I think we're just kind of retesting it right now. But anyways, I was looking for a bounce opportunity. So many names sold off for the past couple days. The SPY has been selling off. Some of the other ones I'm watching. Netflix has had a big kind of drawdown. Tesla, we all know, is getting obliterated for reasons other than just maybe a technical sell-off. You know, Elon's been tweeting this and that, blah, blah, blah. Nvidia here. You know, same story on every stock. So I had a bounce kind of mentality, not only because, for example, the futures here, I won't get into futures because I can kind of confuse some people. The futures were putting in kind of a doji here, and I thought that we could get a bit of a bounce. You know, we've been curling, or no, sorry, we've been following this downwards trend for the past. Remember, each of these lines up and down vertically is 1 day. So we broke out of it last night, and I was thinking, okay, well, we could probably get a bounce today. There's a decent probability. So I'm just going to look for the chart that looks the best in tech, because most of the stocks I follow are tech, and the NQ follows the NASDAQ 100, which is mostly tech, or it might all be tech. I don't actually know. So long story short, last night I was looking at Facebook. Now, again, each vertical line here, boop, 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 is 1 day. So I was looking at this longer term trend since, you can see at the bottom down here, September the 27th. I drew this trend line, and we've been respecting that. So we respected that on October 3rd. Again, on the October 5th, we kind of came up to it, and this is when I played the puts, I believe, and I missed out on that huge move. Excuse me. Anyways, that's fine. And then we had this interesting close yesterday, where it kind of, let's go to the 30-minute. It kind of was starting to uptrend here towards the end of the day and create this like really tight wedge at the top of this trend line that made me think we would have an explosive move to the upside if we started to make, Jesus, if we started to make that move again towards the upside. So what I saw in the morning here was this. These are the two lines that correspond. I'll just get rid of that one, actually. These are the lines that correspond with this bottom trend line coming up and the top trend line coming down, I think. Yeah, so they come to a very fine point pre-market, and I said this looks beautiful. So right at open, I took 5 contracts right away, and I was looking for a target. Now, I didn't really know what my target was. Now, I knew there was a pivot point in this area. You can see there's consolidation here, and again, back in here, there's consolidation in this area. So I knew that 159 to 160 was probably where I should start selling. So that's exactly what I did. I'll show you the video. It's... Oh, God. Okay. I think I was talking a lot pre-market. So again, this is what I saw pre-market. So this is like a very, very narrow range that usually leads to an explosive action either one way or the other. So whether that's downwards or typically upwards when you're breaking out of a wedge like this. So pre-market, we actually broke out of it, and then I was like, nah. I wish I had a better... Let me change the song here so I don't get copyrighted. I guarantee I'm going to get copyrighted. So, pre-market, it broke out of this wedge. So, I was already like, yeah, it already kind of did it, but I'm still willing to get in because my target is 159 to 160, and my risk here would probably only be 157 or so. So a 50-cent risk for like a $1.50 reward potentially. So rated open, I buy 5 contracts at $1.20. That's only $600, I think. It's not that big of an investment. Again, I'm staying smaller with options because if I use 10,000, for example, like I did before with penny stocks, and I'm wrong by 20 or 30 or 40%, like I am, more often than not, or more commonly while I'm still learning options, then you're down $3,000 or $4,000, and that really hurts. Whereas being down $200 or something or $100 does not hurt. So, anyways, bought the contracts. Was really hoping we could get above this level too. So I think I zoom in at this point. Yeah, so I zoomed into the 3-minute. You can see this is a full day and this is yesterday. I was just hoping we get over this line, 158.36. That was the true indicator that I thought we were probably going to go higher. But then in my mind I was like, well, maybe this is a first target. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how it's going to react at this level. So I think I take 2 contracts off. And I'm not sure. This is where I'm not sure if I did the right thing because it just blew. You can see it blew through that level. And as it blew through, I said, okay, I'm going to take a contract and then I'll take another contract. But remember, my actual target was 159 to 160. So I don't know if this is selling early or if this is locking up some money to give me the conviction to hold on longer. And I'm going to learn, like, one contract here is worth $20. Just keep that in mind later when you see how much just one contract is worth when I end up selling. So I sell 2 there, as you can see. I lock in only $40. And I hold the rest. I say, okay, we're going to my target. We're going above 169 at least before I start selling. And there we are. We already hit it. Let's just keep going up here to where I start selling. We go through a bit of a consolidation, a pullback. You can see my profit and loss almost erases here. But I never sell on those immediate flushes. Like they're more of a stop loss, panic sell kind of reaction, not an actual reaction to the level, I would say. So again, I let the level be bought back up. We can see the levels clearly right here. I'm just seeing how it responds. And sure enough, it's acting as support. So it keeps going, keeps going. We're now in my profit zone. So I think I take 1 contract. Yeah, so I take another contract. You can see I pretty much more than double my current P&L of 2 contracts with just 1. So that shows the power of how far these move. Like this looks like a penny stock. You can't see it down here actually. It's this chart looks like a penny stock chart from $1. Can you see that there? Yeah, $1 up to $1.90 right now. So anyways, we're still going. Again, we're in my profit zone, so now I'm thinking about the best types of exits. So we're in this area, this consolidation area, this pivot point. We've had a big move, and I'm like, all right, it is time to start taking profit. We're above $2 from a 127 entry. Again, it's like penny stocks every day. That's kind of why another reason I like options. So I'm looking for 210 on the bid. We saw it, and then it kind of flashed back. So I'm just waiting. Like, we hit my 160 target, so now I'm really thinking it's time to take profit. I don't know when I actually take it here. There, I take it. You can see I take 1 contract there at 214. I take another contract at 215. So there, I'm all out for 277 US, which is like 340 or something. What is it? Oh, 360. Wow, 360 Canadian, which is really good. That was a 6-minute trade. I bought at 930, 936, and I bet you guys have kind of noticed. It's funny that I don't use hotkeys anymore. I'm not like rushing my trades. I planned this trade last night in my Discord. Again, feel free to join the Discord. We will be we go over stuff all the time, and some members here talk about like other stuff. Like I'm muted right now because I'm recording, of course. But Doozy here, this was the Facebook trade that I was in, right? So I was in it here towards the bottom, but there was a secondary move later on in the morning where it was kind of a consolidation and then a breakout of a flag or a descending wedge, whatever you want to call this, with a nice risk of, in this area, to a target of high of day. Another beautiful trade. What did he say here? The same calls went from $1.08 to 2.3. So whatever that is, $1.08 to 2.3, a 30% trade with a 10% risk. So the way that I trade is not the only way to trade. There's, of course, many other patterns within the stocks that I trade, but that's just my strategy. I think I've been talking for too long now, so if you guys could subscribe if you like these. We're almost at 500. We're almost there. I might live stream at 500. Just let me know if you want to. I feel like these will be more often now. You know, this is 2 days in a row. That's pretty good so far. So with that said, I hope you guys learned something and have a great Tuesday. We'll see you later. We'll see you tomorrow.